What do
Okay.
you ultimately want to do? What's the end game for you?
I do want to have a speaking business where and I'm more of the inspirational type of speaker. I think I know we talk about transformational versus inspirational, but I start thinking about that. Is more of the uh, probably more of the inspirational piece. And I want to continue to write books and just build a business that's all around the speaking and writing books type of deal.
Do you want to, so just to kind of clarify on the transformation versus inspiration, do you envision yourself actually having programs or coaching programs, whether you're doing the coaching or not? Like you don't necessarily have to be the person who's delivering it in order to offer it. Do you envision having programs that people go through that, whether it's improving on their leadership or improving on just kind of who they are as in their career? Like, do you see programs that people are going through and they're growing and developing and changing and all of that in order to advance more in career and leadership in life? Or do you anticipate more of one and done, where I go in, put my cape on, douse them with some really great inspiration, golden nugget, fly out, and then I'm on to the next place where I'm planting seed, plant seed, plant seed? Or again, do you see I plant seed, because you can do both. I plant seeds and yet
Yeah.
have a funnel for people to come through in which they
Hmm.
also take their own journey and
Yeah.
land someplace in their own career leadership or whatnot. Like, what are you
Yeah. I
envisioning what you offer as an organization, whether you're doing it yourself or not?
I envision more of the one and done
Okay.
speaking.
Okay.
But you know how you said you do both. Not saying I want to do a lot of the programs with the kind of like bringing people through, but I do see a component of what I do like to do is having like small cohorts and kind of walking them through, not necessarily the one-on-one as much, but small cohorts and kind of walking them through processes, but primarily on the one and done scale. Does
Okay.
that make sense? Okay.
So then let's take a step back a little bit to the last conversation, the last cohort conversation that you were a part of. And I
Mhm.
think we made some distinctions there in terms of who you wanted to serve.
Mhm.
I cannot remember exactly what the context was, but I remember I asked you certain questions to get certain clarity around,
Yes.
okay, who do you really want to serve?
Yeah.
What problem do you really want to solve? If you
Yeah.
remember that dialogue, tell me what was the outcome from that.
I said more corporate career women
Okay.
was who I wanted to serve,
Mhm.
and what the outcome is to for them to break through stagnancy, right, and stand out in their careers by releasing the power and the potential that's already within.
Mhm.
Look at.
So can you share your screen and pull up your purpose statement if you've got it written anywhere?
Okay, that I tweaked it a little bit.
I inspire
Um,
corporate women to break through stagnancy and stand out in their careers by releasing the power and potential already within.
and should I add? Is this too much?
So here's what I think, and this is what I thought when I saw the first come through, and I just couldn't respond to it because I could not quite articulate my thoughts. So the whole idea of releasing the power and potential already within, I could see that as being the subtitle of a book or the tagline of a book,
I
some
could too.
element of that.
Yes.
Right? It doesn't work as well in a positioning statement because it's a little nebulous in the sense that
Mhm.
when you think about your positioning statement and what you say you do, it's effective when someone can totally attach to the pain of it or nod their
Mhm.
head and be like, oh, that's my sister. or oh, that's my cousin, or oh, that's my mom, or oh, that's me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so because the world is so noisy, and you even just said it as you were kind of pulling up your paper, like there's just so much going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so much going on, what you say has to punch through all of that to make someone say, oh, wait a minute, let me give her a few more seconds because she might be onto something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we need to get to in the communication here, because I think the whole releasing the power and potential already within, that's kind of your, it's not your mantra, but that's really kind of your philosophy around
Yes.
success, right?
Yes.
Everybody's got their thing.
Yes.
Tony Robbins, take massive action, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yours is about this power and potential that's already within. And so anything that you talk about, teach, or whatnot is going to have that element in it. And it's like that you're giving people what they need, but we have to put the bait on the bait on the hook that the fish want to eat and give
Mm-hmm.
them what they want, right?
Uh-huh.
Which is why I think the positioning statement has to be more powerful. It's got to be more powerful. So, uh, but this is you. This is like you're passionate about helping women release the power and potential that's
Mm-hmm.
already there. Like
Yes.
it's not, I'm not about giving you something you don't already have. I'm about cultivating all that
Yeah.
hidden stuff that's already there.
Yes.
Right. And there's a sense of comfort and certainty with someone who will gravitate to you because they know that you're not going to change them. They don't have to be this different, uncomfortable version of themselves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They actually just get to get comfortable with who they already are and start to embrace
Yes.
some of that. Right.
Absolutely.
And so as we're recording this might actually be something you go back to and listen to so that you can begin to capture it, the ideas that resonate with you, and start to communicate them in your own words, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what's going to make you different. You're not the first person who's talking about standing out or breaking through or whatever. But when you are on a panel or you're introducing yourself, you get to say, what's different about the work that I do with folks is that I'm not teaching you how to be something you aren't. I'm not having you try on an uncomfortable pair of shoes. I'm not coming to you where you've got to change and your personality has to be different and you have to adopt new strategies that just do not feel like they fit. I'm a firm
Mm-hmm.
believer that the power and the potential that you need to succeed at the level, lead and succeed at the level that you desire, you already have. Most of us are just, A, we don't realize that we already have it. B, we don't understand the power of what we already possess. And three, we don't know how to harness it. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm about releasing what's already there and teaching you how to harness it and utilize it so that you have authentic success and authentic leadership. And it's easier and there's so much more flow and you have much more impact than you ever thought you could have by being you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like not knowing your stuff or that's how I would position your difference. And the right
Mm-hmm.
customer or the right company or the right audience or the right ERG group is like, yeah, we want her to talk about that. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so they'll change their whole topic around to fit what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense? So those elements are part of what you start to communicate in like your panel pitch. But when it comes to what's the outcome that I'm bringing into the market, we want to amplify that.
Yeah.
A bit so that it doesn't sound woo-woo, nuanced, weak,
Mm-hmm.
or soft, because it's not. This is actually very powerful stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's think about this. All right, so I inspire corporate women to break through stagnancy and stand out in their careers. I still like stand out. I think you can do something with stand out. We just have to define it in a way that hasn't been defined before, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why does the phrase stand out resonate with you?
What the differentiator. So let me just kind of talk through it. So many people just are kind of like status quo, just doing the table stakes, just doing regular stuff. So how do you it means getting noticed. It
Mhm.
means differentiating from others. What makes you different?
Okay. Let's see. Keep going. Keep talking. Why stand out? Why do you believe why is standing out or helping women to stand out a problem that you want to solve?
Okay. Let me talk through the story here. So I do a lot of career advising and coaching, and the common theme that I see, particularly with women, is not knowing how to go forward, being bored in what they're currently doing,
Mm-hmm.
not feeling challenged. It's almost like you're bored and feeling stuck,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know how to get unstuck.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just kind of sit there and let life and things happen to you,
Mm-hmm.
uh, instead of going out and creating, or I should say, writing your own story, so to speak, or
Oh,
creating opportunities for yourself. Yeah.
writing your own story. Tell me more about that. The concept of writing your own story as it relates to career and leadership.
I firmly believe that uh, we own our careers,
Mm-hmm.
and that with that, we should be in the driver's seat as much as possible. That's not we don't control all the aspects, but we should be in the driver's seat as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why is that a problem that needs to be fixed?
because a lot of people wait for someone to tell them what they are good at,
Mm-hmm.
what they should be doing next,
Mm-hmm.
but only you truly know that.
Mm-hmm.
So we let other people write our narratives. We let other people tell our stories. We let other people talk us into going for something that maybe doesn't even fully resonate with us. I've been there. I almost gotten talked into stuff that really wasn't what I wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
but others assumed it was.
Mm-hmm. Keep talking. You've got some great stuff coming out here.
Okay.
Why is this a problem? Why is
It's
this
a
a pain
problem
point? What cost are you and other women paying as a result of not standing out, not differentiating, not writing their own narrative, which is
we
writing
we
their own.
miss out. We miss out on opportunities. We'll remain frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
and we see how I'm going to say this. I used to use this term before. It's almost in a sense we rob the world of our gifts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what has stood out to me in the conversation that we've had.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. So as you were talking, I was actually looking up the definition of standout, and then also looking at the thesaurus and stuff like that for other words or whatnot. Two things came out to me that I thought were really interesting: front and center and high visibility.
Mm-hmm.
I love front and center.
Me too.
I mean, I was really tempted to be like, let me go to GoDaddy and see if frontandcenter.com is available
Well,
as because
let,
you could go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
don't want you to lose it. Okay.
Because you could write a book titled Front and Center. You could simply your work could be called frontandcenter.com. You don't have, and the book can come later. It could just be that you own the idea and the concept around front and center. Um, I liked high visibility as well. I thought highvisibility.com or your company could be high visibility. And high visibility isn't just about being out there and like everybody knowing your name, but high
Yeah.
visibility can take on a lot of different nuanced connotations, right? High visibility meaning that people actually know your skill set and you're not just hiding behind the corner doing a good job and working hard and wondering why you're not getting promoted because nobody knows your name.
Yeah.
And I remember early on in my career, that was the advice that I had been given, like, you're great, but nobody knows you. And
Yeah.
nobody knew me because I didn't like networking. I didn't like being front and center. I didn't like
Yes.
people really. And so I just didn't
Yeah.
like the whole, now I got to go to the happy hour and be around everybody. And I remember getting invited
That's
to
me.
the CEO's Christmas party. And at the last minute, I canceled because I was like, I don't want to be all around. Like, I
Mhm.
just didn't want to do it. And honestly, that
Mhm.
it could have been the kiss of death, except that it was the grace of God that I still,
Mhm. Mhm.
God always took care of. But that was like, you would look at a young person and be like, I'm sorry, what? Why are you not
Mhm.
there? And I
Mhm.
remember at the
Mhm.
last minute just calling the secretary and being like, I'm just not going to make it. I'm sorry. And I had nothing else to
Yeah.
do other than I didn't want
Yeah.
to be visible. Right. So,
Yeah.
but high visibility is also around some of the things that you talked about around writing your own narrative and not getting
Yeah.
in to what other people may want you to do or what they think is best
Yeah.
for the business, but may not be the direction that you want your career to be in. High
Yeah.
visibility is being able to say no to that and making sure that people know that is not her. Let's not tap her for that. Like all of those things,
Mhm.
um, making your desires known. Like and high visibility is also a part of function of front and center. So I could see both of those ideas. Um, I can see both of them being something that you can run with and intertwine, right? Front and center is
Yeah.
obvious to me. Like you're in the front of your career. You're as you said, what did you say? Drive in the driver's seat, blah, blah, blah. But those are
Yeah.
two things that I like when I thought, stand out. Some people already have some stuff out about that, but I wonder if there's anything around front and center and high visibility. I know of, let's do high visibility. See, like $35,000 is very different. But a lot of times what
Yes. Yes. Yes.
happens is that, so let's go high visibility leadership. What happens is
Mhm.
that companies, whether it be GoDaddy or others, they buy domains that they believe would be very popular, that
Yeah.
nobody currently owns, could go somewhere that if somebody really wanted it, they would be willing to pay a premium for it, not because
Yeah.
it's already out there.
Yeah.
So it's available, but they're like, it's available at a price, right?
Mhm.
Like nobody's gonna want renessabolylane.com, right? So they're like, yeah, we'll give you that for $11.99.
Right.
But high visibility leadership is available.
Oh my gosh. I would
I
have
like
never
that.
thought.
I actually like that a lot.
I do too.
So my
And that
suggestion,
plays into the standout concept.
mhm,
Okay.
but what I would do if I were you is I would buy that now. And
Yep.
it doesn't matter whether you do anything with it or not, you
Yep.
have it. And now you have the right to do something with it. But I love it. I
I
actually really
love
love
it too. I love it too.
it. Yeah, I like that a
I
lot.
will.
Um,
Mhm.
and so then as you start to think about your positioning statement, you become, you know, I'm the founder of highvisibilityleadership.com. And
Mhm.
so, or when you buy, if you choose to write the book, since you like to write, then
Yeah.
it's, yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
author of, High
Yeah.
Visibility Leadership. I wrote that book
Yep.
because blah, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah, right?
Yeah.
And so, but I think for right now, highvisibilityleadership.com should be what you own and what you anchor your work to.
Mhm.
And then you can say, I help women too, or I help corporate women too, or I help driven women too. And then now let's talk about the outcomes that you provide. And so
the bullet
um,
points there.
so then I love that though. I like that a lot.
Me
That was worth the
too.
whole conversation right there.
I can hang up with you now, Renessa. We'll talk now.
Yeah, I like this a lot. So now let's
Okay.
go back to, I'm going to stop my share. Can you please go ahead and buy that, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Hold
I'll
on.
give you, 3 minutes or whatever you need to do to not lose that.
Okay.
Tell me again, what's your, show me again really quick, because I know we have to go. Show me share your screen with me again with the positioning statement that you had tweaked. Or go back to the notes page that you had open when we were talking. You can certainly use breakthrough and stand out now if you're going to lead with high visibility leadership.
Okay.
So you could say something like, I'm the founder of highvisibilityleadership.com. I help corporate women to break through and stand out in their breakthrough and stand. Part of me wants to say breakthrough and stand out above the competition, but that feels not aligned with this doesn't feel aligned with, you don't come from a place of competition. So I help women to break through and stand out in their or you could say, I help women. I'm going to throw this out there and I'm not quite committed to it, but you have to kind of speak things in order to get to the right answer. But you could say, I help women release the power and potential already within to break through, stand out in their career, leadership, and life.
Or should I say harness the power?
Yes. Yeah. That was the word that I had in my mind before, but I was using yours.
Harness the power within.
Harness the power and potential within to break through and stand out in their career. You could say in their career, leadership, and life. That's throwing a lot out there.
But that's me, because sometimes I just weave in those things.
So you could say, so here's where now you get to decide whether you're going to step into visibility or not. I'm the founder of highvisibilityleadership.com. I'm brilliant at helping women harness the power and potential within to break through and stand out in their career, leadership, and life. Or you could say, I'm brilliant at helping women harness the power and potential. Yeah. I'm brilliant at helping helping women harness the power and potential within to break through and stand out in their career, leadership, and life.
I love it.
I'm brilliant at helping women harness the power and potential within to break through and stand out in their career, leadership, and life, period. I like it. So then
you just like, I like it. Like that's a small thing. This is like a huge breakthrough for me with that stuff. I like it.
Okay. I'm very critical about stuff. So I'm like,
I was going to say, get your big butt out the way and let us finalize on this. This is perfect for me.
So give me your reaction to it. What resonates with you?
This is the best thing I've written during this process that resonates with me. The high visibility thing all plays into standing out. The harnessing the power and the potential within goes along with the theme of how I inspire people, along with the whole breakthrough and stand out. Career, leadership, and life, that I struggled with that in trying to articulate that, because I was like, does that mean I'm all over the place? But really, that is who I am. When I'm inspiring people and stuff, it's not all the time on the career side. Sometimes it is on the life side, or how the two intertwine.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I am in leadership, and have the tendency to lead other leaders, that it's just all, I love it.
I like it. I like it too. All right, so let's land the plane, and because we have to both hop off here. So
Yep.
what I would like for you to do next is, I want you to move into module 4.
Four.
Whichever one has
It's
the
4.
connecting to your market. Start moving forward with that. Get your intro document, like your intro email written. Start to look into your questions. I would go back to this recording, because in this recording you actually start to uncover a lot of pain points when you were just free thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And what the purpose of your survey is to get to the crux of those pain points and to really test and validate, do those pain points resonate with your audience? What are they saying in their own words?
Mm-hmm.
Are there issues around visibility,
Mm-hmm.
or lack thereof?
Mm-hmm.
And so this recording actually, I think, is going to be good fodder for your survey questions. But that's where I want to go next. And then that's also going to drive into your panel pitch. So this is your
Mm-hmm.
positioning statement, where if someone says, hey, what do you do? This is what I
Mm-hmm.
do. Your panel pitch is a little expansive. So it's kind of the next level. It's like, I'm founder of High Visibility Leadership. I equip women to blah, 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 blah. I started this work because, and then you kind of pull in a little bit of your story as to why you have, you do this work and what your stance is. It's like, I'm committed to this work because I don't believe that your success requires anything outside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Your success and who you are as a leader looks different than the next person, but it's all harnessed within something. It's all stuff that you already have that just has to be harnessed and excavated. And that's the framework that I bring to the work that I do. So the panel pitch allows you to expand upon what's different about you. Okay, and that's going to come out of the module 4 work. Cool?
Okay.
All right, so I'll send you this recording.
Okay, thank you.
And then we go from there.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Take care.
God bless you. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.